Are we on the internet?
We better be. We have Laura Bailey here.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I did not know until now. Tonight, the Mighty Nine enter the City of Beasts, fight some demon doggies, and get in bed with the Jorhassian government. We'll break it all down with my guests, Laura Bailey and Liam O'Brien.
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
Gracious.
All that and more tonight on Talks Machina. We're back.
What was that?
There's the signature air punch.
101 episodes in this chair. Like any relationship, with my relationship to the audience, I want to spice things up a little bit. So I'm trying a lot of new movements. I went to a movement coach.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Has that chair...
Pay for that slice.
It was only like 11 grand. But
Worth it.
he was
Totally
the guy.
So worth it.
Yeah, he was the guy that trained all of the apes in the Honda commercial that they did the Super Bowl in like 89 or 90 or whatever. Yeah. He's Van Nuys over here, over by where Max lives.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Has that chair conformed to the contours of your butt?
I only sit in it for really 90 minutes a week. So it doesn't have enough time. I'm not a
Probably
heavy
feels more like
person.
Max's butt.
I've breastfed Ronan in that chair.
Is that why I always feel like my butt is wet?
No.
That's not
Just a little
how
extra
breastfeeding works.
special-
We have some announcements. What'd you say?
As long as most of it gets in,
Yeah, I mean, really,
Yeah.
it's fine.
ultimately it's fine. I guess we could put sort of a sheet over this.
Yeah, like a Dexter's.
Yeah, or you could just watch where you aim your tits.
Wow.
What is this become?
Wait,
We're
that
just
would have been
starting.
such a good.
I know, I'm glad the camera wasn't on me
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
okay. Friends, we have some announcements.
Missed it again.
Just keep doing it all night, and he'll keep cutting to me whenever you do it. Travis Willingham's Yeehaw Game Ranch made its debut today
Oh.
on our Twitch channel, and it's a blessed thing. Today we learned that Travis and I are not good at video games. We're going to be live streaming every other week, alternating weeks in the Mame Drop time slot, 4 p.m. Pacific every other Tuesday at twitch.tv/Critical Role. Today's episode will also be up on our YouTube channel on Thursday. Hey guys, some more good news. Starting with this episode, Talks Machina will be uploaded to the Critical Role YouTube channel on Thursday mornings. That's pretty awesome. Pretty fantastic. We also will offer talks via podcast on a week delay on the new Critical Role podcast feed. So this episode will be available, and next Tuesday, you're gonna see Critical Role, Talks Machina for that episode. Critical Role, Talks Machina for that episode. So make it nice and easy for the people to find it. Check out more at critroll.com/blog. So if you haven't seen the Search for Grog one-shot, it's available on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Critical Role. And if you haven't seen it, you should tune out now, because I'm going to ask a few Search for Grog questions before we go tonight. Yeah, why not? Some people asked about it, and I was like, let's ask some Search for Grog questions. Okay. So if you haven't seen it, we love you. We'll see you next week. Go now, please. If you have seen it, you're in for a Liam.
Building suspense, yes.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 2015 is back because they asked a great question for this. What motivated you to play a grave cleric of the Raven Queen, knowing the loss of Vax was still on everyone's mind? Did you do it to help people move on, or to purposely twist a knife in old wounds?
Twist the knife. Everyone's been saying that to me. I did it for 2 reasons. We actually played a little private home game recently for fun. Ooh, sleep wiggles. As Vox Machina, and everybody, it didn't need to make sense. We just played as our characters, and it was so much fucking fun.
Awesome.
I was there. It was awesome.
But everyone was going to get to be their character from Vox Machina. Even Travis was going to get to be Grog. I knew for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I felt like envious, right?
Yeah.
Because it feels good to slip on those skins again.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something that was at least adjacent to be connected to what I did in the past, and I can't do that forever. Like if we do a bunch of VM games here and there, I obviously can't do that. But And the other reason I did it is like, I didn't want to do something random. I didn't want to just show up and say, "Hey, I'm Phil. Let's adventure." I wanted to do something like I like building out this world, and I've liked like my one shots, even though they're my own little weird pocket dimensions. They're still, I feel like, helping build this world that Matt has started and that our characters have helped flesh out. So I liked the idea of adding a character that I would be interested in like the lore of this world, and she's a person. There's 3 high-level wardens at the Dusk Meadow Temple.
Yeah.
That guide or protect the council there, and I had a lot of fun just thinking about who she was, and she saw VM unbeknownst to them a couple of times before the end, and I just wanted something that was real and in the world, and I thought like if they go to Vasselheim, who would it make sense to step forward and help out, or who would be offered? And while the Raven Queen is spooky as fuck, she's not evil.
She's bona fide.
She's bona fide.
She's bona fide, man.
Wow. She's not evil, and she values the sacrifice that her chosen one made, and that Vox Machina made. So it made sense for her to offer up this person. And for a while I thought like, maybe I'll be a paladin who's jealous of Vax, who's like, I fought so hard and I served and this asshole, but I didn't want to do that. I also wanted to death-proof Vox Machina, so I was like, I'll be a death cleric.
Oh, yeah.
And then if people fall down, I'll get them up and make sure that we don't break the universe.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Then she went down.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still helped. I absorbed the damage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, Henry? Right.
Beautiful character, too.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
she's gorgeous.
For both of you, Two Mandy II, how excited were you to step back into Vox Machina's shoes after playing the Mighty Nine for around a year? So obviously,
Really good.
it was just cool. The weeks leading up to it, you and Travis obviously had to pick new characters, but just to be back in that headspace again and talking about those people and looking at art of those people, that was just something else.
I've been looking at art again of like Vex and everybody. It
was very heart melty to watch you and Percy get to interact again.
It was
it's great.
That was great.
really crazy, and me and Taliesin gave each other the biggest hug afterwards. And it's like, I miss Percy. I missed that relationship so much.
Man, he's so
that
different.
First sentence came out of Talison's mouth, and he was like,
Really?
"Let's go demand some help." I was just like,
Yeah.
Really both, like, but Sam is just funny at all times, on the show, off the show. Just like the Vex voice and persona and the Percy voice and persona are so distinct, and just like scratched an itch as soon as I heard it. And I mean, you feel like my sister in real life, and like I miss that interaction and sitting next to you every week in that way. So to hear you, even though I didn't get to be a part of it in the same way, to hear you talk, it just scratched a nerve in the back
during
of my
sound
brain.
check, that
felt
first
good.
darling literally made me tear up. I was like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. Oh no.
Yeah.
I was too busy trying to slide into my pants in the back.
Yeah. Those were magical.
The Crit Roll Closet people found my outfit.
Oh,
Surprisingly,
sorry.
the entire outfit was $22, basically. Amazon was like, I mean, if you really want this, I guess you should buy it. Laura.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy having Lievtel around, or was it a painful memory?
It was painful. But she didn't have the reaction to it the same way that Keyleth did, It was bittersweet, I think she appreciated that someone appreciated what her brother did.
Yeah. Did you guys have to go back and, well, not you, Liam. Did you have to go back and watch anything and go like, wait, what was the accent? Or
No.
are you sure?
That's
That shit is ingrained forever.
That's cool. I'm
It's
glad.
part of us. It feels like you're allowing a part of you that you've kept in a little jar to like be free again.
But that's the longest either of you have ever played a character as actors, right?
No.
Really?
No, but
Because of some
definitely
anime
more
shit?
hours played.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say.
As I have spent more time in Vax's skin and Caleb's skin at this point than, say, like Illidan from Warcraft, I've
Right.
done
Yeah.
for over
That's
a
true,
decade.
yeah.
But it's just like
Jaina
little
has been-
visits
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
not 500 hours pretending to be someone else.
Has it been 500 hours?
Oh yeah.
Campaign 1 was 500 plus.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should really watch that. It looked really good.
It would help.
Crims on Nephilim wants to know, how is Sam after drinking from the mug of infinite diseases during the search for Grog one shot? Okay, so we had a debate about this in the office because Max said, to his knowledge, and nobody would be more knowledgeable than Max when it comes to this, that mug was not opened. The top of that thing was not opened
No.
between the last night of campaign 1 and search for Grog.
It literally just went on the shelf.
It was on the shelf down here,
Yeah.
and there was I don't want to call it a discharge. There was a film on the bottom of it that you couldn't get off,
Yeah.
but it moved. Does that make sense?
And all of us in the green room before the show.
Do not do
10
it.
people are like, don't
not
do it for laughs.
We were
Just don't do it.
pleading with him to not do it. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it was a Voldemort phylactery.
Do you think that he is so committed to the bit that he's willing to die
Yes.
for it?
Yes.
For comedy.
Yes.
And my follow-up question,
His kids will understand.
would that be the ultimate way to go for someone like Sam? His kids would understand. That's
What
true.
an idiot. That would just be the stupidest fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there were chunks of shit coming off of it as he was
he
drinking.
was
pulling it out of his
constantly
mouth.
pulling stuff out of his mouth during the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
And throwing it on
Every
the
time he
back.
drank, I was like,
In his defense, I've seen him do a lot of other disgusting things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I love the live audience whenever we do one of these. It was really cool to see a lot of LA people there because we haven't, we did the one in the movie theater years ago, the first ever live Critical Role. Live. But it was just so cool, and we had the art thing that weekend. It was just an amazing special
great
weekend. We were already so high off of that art show going into the search for Grog that everybody was just at a 10, I think, that night. Travis especially was turned up
oh
that
my
night.
gosh.
It just felt like that weekend felt like a celebration of everything that we've sort of made and told and built together over the last
It did.
years.
It felt like a celebration of the story, of each other, of this amazing community,
For sure.
Yeah.
of the artists, of all that stuff.
So cool to get to like meet so many of the artists that weekend.
Oh
It was
my
great.
God, yes. We were nerding out harder than they were. To meet us, we were freaking out
Yeah.
more.
I was so bummed we didn't get to go to the artist brunch.
It was so
It
good.
was really special.
No, I missed that too.
You know, babies. They make
Babies.
things
They're
hard.
super easy. They're super easy. You can compartmentalize them. You can ignore them for huge stretches of time.
Yeah,
It's optional. Caring about them is optional.
Yeah.
It really is, though.
Yeah.
that's good to know
need to
for when
take
I
some
have
lessons.
kids with Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or less.
I like this question. I want to know your answer to this. Caitlin Bartoni asks, there were so many moments in the search for Grog that had heartwarming or heart-rending feelings of nostalgia or returning home. What are a few of the moments that really brought out those emotions for you? Second Gilmore's voice came out. Sure. That was big.
Gilmore.
And Allura, too.
Allura, too.
Just
Yeah.
a close second on that.
Yeah.
The mention of Kima, that was good.
Yep.
Percy.
Yeah, Percy Vex banter.
Scanlan wanting to kill Trinket.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can carry him.
Oh, I
I
can
know, that was
carry
insane.
him.
That was insane.
Okay, so I had fully been like thinking I was gonna have to leave Trinket behind because I didn't know what we were gonna have to do, and if it meant going to that realm, then I was like, Trinket can't. That's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
One hit,
Yeah,
Trinket's
gone.
dead.
Gonzo.
And then especially if he can't go back in the fucking thing, because Grog was in there,
Yeah.
and then Matt pulling up the I can carry him, I want to go. Kill me.
Sam
Kill
would
me.
have just been elated.
Scanlan giving inspiration.
Yeah.
Scanlan singing.
Yeah, I missed that.
I miss his songs.
Yeah. Matt was so happy to be back. Oh God, yeah, don't get me started.
Pike,
Just
yeah.
Pike, period.
Pike and her buddies.
Yeah, the whole group.
Matt being so happy to be back in that world with you guys was fun. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Roasting the shit out of Travis.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I loved your comment about it being a year-long roast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Saved him up.
Search for Bob.
Search for Bob.
Search for Bob.
Knock on wood.
Could be so fun. Well, that was a blast. You guys can watch it if you haven't already. They all left. I guess people hadn't seen it, because why would they still be here if we're still talking about it?
I think everybody saw it.
That's all the time we have for tonight, my friends.
Oh man.
Thank you all for joining us, as always. As you'll notice, the next few weeks, we won't really have any Talks Machina After Dark. We have some ideas that we're throwing around, so we will keep you guys posted. We have some diabolical ideas for something else. We shall see. I would like to thank
Tiefling time.
Tiefling Time.
Ooh, tiefling time.
Yes. Tieflings up. Instead of like pinkies up, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Tieflings
It's an erection joke.
It's an erection joke, because Tieflings up, you know? I would like to thank Liam. I would like to thank Laura. I would like to thank Crit Roll Stats for counting how many fucking dick jokes were on this episode. Episode 53 of Campaign 2 airs this Thursday, twitch.tv. Critical Role. Until then, don't forget to love each other, and don't worry, it's almost Thursday.
Penis joke.
Stay turnt, my friends. Good night, Henry.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, he knows the show.